Imagine waking up tomorrow and your money already moved to the right places. Bills funded, daily spending capped, one quiet order bought your index fund while you slept. No dashboard marathons, no guilt spirals. That's the power of a paycheck split done right set once. Repeat forever and stop negotiating with yourself every week. Here's what we're building together today. A calm, beginner-proof flow that sends your paycheck to 3 destinations automatically: bills, spend and save and invest. Bills protects your essentials. Spend covers groceries, gas, and the ordinary noise of life. Save and invest holds your short-term buffer and your long-term one-fund autopilot. You'll learn the 95/5 rule that keeps growth alive. A mini-raise ladder that makes progress feel painless, and a checklist that survives busy days, messy months, and scary headlines. The goal is confidence, not perfection. Predicting the future is optional. Repetition is not. Let's start with the big mistake most budgets make. They look backward and try to explain every penny that already left. That turns money into a courtroom and you into the defendant. You don't need a trial, you need a conveyor belt. A conveyor belt that quietly carries cash to the right containers on the right day without asking how you feel. When the belt runs, your life gets lighter, decisions shrink. The argument in your head goes quiet. Story time. A few years ago, I met Taylor. Paychecks arrived, but money kept evaporating. Swore every month would be different. It wasn't. We tested a simple split for 1 month. Refill bills the day after payday. Send a tiny fixed amount to save and invest, and route everything else to one card for daily life. Week 1 felt strange new habits always do. Week 2, the calm kicked in. Bills were on autopilot. Groceries had a number. The index fund by executed without drama. By month 3, Taylor wasn't fighting money at midnight anymore. The system did the heavy lifting. That's where we're heading. First principle, one source becomes 3 flows. Think of your paycheck as water, entering a house with 3 pipes. Pipe 1, bills. Pipe 2, spend. Pipe 3, save and invest. Your bank may let you create multiple sub-accounts or vaults. If not, we simulate them with nicknames and scheduled transfers. Labels matter. Rename one account, bills, another spend, and the third save, invest. When you open your app, the map should be obvious at a glance. Clarity reduces friction. Friction kills habits. Now, the timing. The day after payday, never the same date to automatic transfers, fire. The first transfer refills bills with a fixed amount that matches next month's essentials. Rent or mortgage, utilities, minimum debt payments, insurance, and any fixed obligations. The second transfer sends a fixed amount to save and invest. Everything else remains in checking or goes to your spend card. That's the whole mechanism. Set once, forget, review monthly. How do you pick numbers? Start with last month's real life. Total your core bills. That total becomes the bill's refill. If your income is steady, split it evenly between paychecks. If you're paid twice a month, each refill sends half of next month's total. If you're paid every 2 weeks, schedule the transfer on the first paycheck after your billing cycle resets, so the math stays clean. If your income is irregular, we'll use a percentage rule in a minute. Let's talk about the spend account. This is your daily card, the only card you use for groceries, gas, restaurants, and everything that isn't a bill or a long-term goal. It gets the leftovers after bills and save, invest, are funded. When the number drops, you slow down. When it reaches 0, you are done for the period. Not punished, done. That feeling permission to stop ease where a lot of peace lives. Decision fatigue disappears because the container tells you the truth. Save and invest is a 2-room apartment. Room 1 is short-term safety. Emergency fund tiers that we covered in detail: Tier 1, micro buffer. Tier 2, 1 month of bills. Tier 3, 3 to 6 months. Room 2 is long-term growth. Your one index fund on autopilot. You don't need to chase stocks. You need to keep a simple buy alive every month. Drip on, headlines off. That's the autopilot. Now, the 95/5ths rule. 95% of your income fuels life and obligations. 5% goes to Autopilot every month no matter what news cycle is screaming. 5% sounds small on purpose. Habits survive when the cost feels tiny. And there's a twist that changes everything: the 60-day mini raise. Every 60 days, increase your monthly by $25 if you can do it without stress. The raise is small enough to ignore and big enough to matter. It turns growth into a staircase you can actually climb. Let's implement. Open your bank after this video and schedule 2 transfers for the day after payday. Transfer 1, bills. Transfer 2, save, invest. Then schedule your brokerage order for the same week, same day, every month, buying a broad, low-cost index fund. If your broker lets you set recurring buys, do it. If not, set a calendar reminder and a small rule for yourself when the reminder fires. You open the app, buy the fund, and close the app. No analysis, no special feelings, just repetition. What about irregular income? Freelancers and commission folks, this is your system too. Use percentages instead of fixed numbers. For example, 60% to bills, 30% to spend, 10% to save, invest on every deposit. On lean months, the dollar amounts are smaller, but the routine survives. Add a tiny buffer inside spend so a slow week doesn't bounce a payment. Keep your mini raises only when the average month supports them. Your habit should bend, not break. Here's a micro walkthrough to make it real. Payday hits on Friday. Saturday morning, 2 transfers execute: $1,200 to bills, $200 to save, invest, spend, keeps what's left. Monday, your monthly index fund order of $150 fires at the broker. You receive the confirmation email you set up on day 1. The week stays boring. Midweek, you notice a subscription you don't use. You cancel it and redirect $12 to the next month's autopilot. That's it. The system worked. No budget spreadsheet. No willpower drama. Calm, wealth beats, financial noise, objections. I can't start at 5%. Good. Start at 1%. 1% is still a habit that gets heavier later. I have high interest debt. 2 rules. Never miss a minimum. And while building tier 2 of your emergency fund, split extra dollars, half to save, half to the highest rate debt until you reach 1 month of bills. After that, resume mini raises to investing and keep paying extra on the expensive debt. You do not need a perfect plan, you need a living plan. What if I pick the wrong fund? Choose a broad, diversified, low-cost index fund. Your edge is not guessing the right sector. Your edge is keeping a simple buy alive for years. What if markets drop? You still buy. The routine survives moods. If markets roar, you also buy. Headlines are entertainment. Your paycheck split is a system. Let's zoom into bills for a second, because this is where most of your panic disappears. Build a clean list of your fixed costs with due dates: rent, utilities, insurance, minimum debt payments, phone, internet. Put them in the bills account calendar. When the refill hits after payday, you can literally mark the box green. Next month's essentials are paid for by future you. That green box feeling is why this system works. It's visual truth. The money is where it belongs, before you have time to argue with it. Now the spend account. Make it one card, not 3, not 5. 1. If you're used to mixing a dozen cards for points, keep that game tiny until your system is rock solid. Points don't beat peace. Peace beats points. Decide a weekly refill amount by taking the total spend for the period and cutting it into equal chunks. Automate the weekly refill from the main checking to the spend card every Sunday morning. Weekly rhythm reduces the damage of one bad day. And if you overshoot, the refill feels close, not hopeless. Let's reinforce the mini raise ladder. Every 60 days, bump the autopilot by $25. Add a reminder titled, "Make the system heavier." If a month feels tight, skip the raise once. Do not kill the habit. When the next reminder arrives, raise again. 12 months later, those tiny steps add up to a bigger engine without the misery of big jumps. Boring wins. Quiet wins. You will like the graph. What about couples? Use mine, yours, and ours. Bills and shared goals live in ours. Each person keeps a small personal spend and a tiny personal invest. Audit ours once a month with 3 questions. Are next month's bills funded? Did our monthly buy execute? And can we both raise by 25 without stress? If yes, raise together. If no, maintain and check again next month. Less fighting, more progress. You won't need a long meeting. 10 minutes, 2 coffees, done. Let's address fees and leaks because a great split loses power if the pipes have holes. Once a month, do a 2-minute sweep, subscriptions, bank fees, card fees, and fund expense ratios. Kill one leak, redirect the savings to Autopilot, and log it. This is the cleanest way to add dollars without pain. You are not cutting joy. You're cutting waste. That distinction matters to your brain. Here's a simple script you can follow every payday. Step 1. Check bills for next month, green or red. If red, increase the refill or trim a fixed bill. Step 2. Confirm the monthly index fund, order, email, or broker history. If missing, buy once and activate automation. Step 3. Apply the $25 mini raise if comfortable, one click in your recurring order. Step 4. Scan subscriptions, cancel one. Step 5. Close the app, go live. The whole ritual takes 5 minutes when it becomes second nature. The reward is silence in your head. What if you fall off for a month? Nothing is broken. You reset. Move the refill to the next day, buy the fund today, and put the mini raise on pause for 1 cycle. Do not punish yourself. Do not attempt a dramatic catch-up. Dramatic catch-ups are why people quit. Small and alive beats big and abandoned. A quick word on safety. If your bank allows it, set alerts for the bills account when the balance drops below the monthly target. Set fraud alerts on all accounts. Use strong passwords and a password manager. This is not paranoia. It's a seatbelt for your system. You want your attention free for better things than chasing transactions. Let's revisit Taylor for the outcome. 6 months after installing the split, the debt graph bent downward. The emergency fund reached Tier 2. The monthly buy climbed from $50 to $200. Through quiet mini raises and canceled leaks. Did life throw curveballs? Yes, a car repair, a dental bill. But the system paid, refilled, and moved on. Taylor didn't become a different person. They became a person with a conveyor belt. So here is your start today plan. Open your bank and schedule 2 transfers for the day after payday. 1 to bills, 1 to save, invest. Open your brokerage and schedule a recurring monthly buy of a broad, low-cost index fund. Rename the savingsaccount.com buffer. Set a 60-day reminder titled plus $25 Autopilot. Put your spend card in your wallet and use only that for daily life. This is your calm machine. It will feel simple because it is. Simple scales, simple survives. If you feel behind, hear this clearly. The market does not check your age, it checks your deposits. A paycheck split that ends stress is a deposit machine. Build it small. Keep it alive. Add weight slowly. In a year, the numbers will look different and more important. The noise in your head will be quieter. That quiet is wealth too. Thanks for watching. In the next episode, we'll turn the split into a weekly rhythm you can keep with one coffee and a 5-minute checklist. For now, make the 2 transfers, schedule the buy, and let the system decide. Calm wealth beats financial noise every time.